In today's wrap-up, Armenia's total number of cases of COVID-19 has risen to 8. The central bank announces that old banknotes will be replaced to prevent the spread of COVID-19. US State Department report says Armenia is improving. And measures to promote the rights of disabled people have been announced. Welcome to Daily Armenia, where we unwrap the news of the day. Today is March 13th. Here's what's making the headlines in Armenia. The total number of cases of COVID-19 in Armenia has risen to 8. Yesterday, 2 Armenian citizens aged 45 and 27, as well as 1 Italian aged 52, who is working in Armenia, tested positive, with all 3 having travelled from Italy. 4 further cases have been confirmed, according to Health Minister Armand Petrosyan. All 8 patients have now been hospitalised, and their recent contacts will be tracked down. The Italian citizen and one of the Armenian citizens are in good condition, with the other Armenian citizen suffering from pneumonia. The patients were tested upon arrival in Armenia. Armenia's Deputy Prime Minister Tigran Avinyan announced that a charter flight from Rome to Yerevan will be organised for March 15th to evacuate Armenian citizens. Moreover, after an emergency cabinet meeting, Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan announced that educational institutions will be closed next week. The Central Bank of Armenia has announced that old banknotes will gradually be replaced by new banknotes in order to prevent the spread of COVID-19. The central bank also encouraged citizens to make use of non-cash payments and online banking services. This comes as international health experts have warned about the use of cash money as a means to spread the virus amongst the population. The US State Department's annual report on human rights highlights Armenia's investigations into officials who allegedly committed abuses. After the 2018 political transition, popular distrust in the impartiality of judges remained strong, and NGOs highlighted that the justice sector retained many officials who served the previous authorities. Corruption of judges also remained a concern. The report also stipulates that human rights issues in Armenia include torture, arbitrary detention, prison conditions, interference with privacy, child labour, and violence against LGBT people. It details a whole range of issues with regards to human rights, but did however remark on the improvements the new Armenian government is making since the December 2018 parliamentary elections. The Armenian government has presented a new legislative measure to promote the rights of disabled people and their inclusiveness in society. 2 bills were presented on the protection of the rights and social integration of persons with disabilities, and a bill on the evaluation of functionality. First Deputy Minister of Labour and Social Affairs Gemafin Gasparyan elaborated on what changes are envisaged by the bill. These include the introduction of an accessibility commission to deal with the issues of disabled people, the designating of personal assistants, and the accessibility of public institutions and transport by people with disabilities. Specialist groups will also be set up to conduct assessments of people's individual needs in order to provide for them. CivilNet visited Arman Nur, an artist who creates the new from the old, to see how he conducts his work. A designer, sculptor, jeweler and a painter, Arman spends his time in his Yerevan studio, recycling used material to create beautiful pieces. One of his most famous works is called The Fly. In 2017, Arman won first place in a competition for contemporary art for his work entitled The Fly. Arman is also the first Armenian to receive this award.
Third branch of the government, the judiciary, which remains as it was before the revolution. It's inept, it's corrupt.
The former mayor of Glendale spoke about the current status of repatriation, its obstacles and perspectives, as well as revealing the potential of the Armenian diaspora for the homeland. Mr. Sinanyan also touched upon how pensioners in America may be an ideal focus group for repatriation. And that's it for this edition of Daily Armenia. Thank you for joining us on CivilNet.